Hey everybody, it's Lydia, the TallyStitcher, finally back for another floss tube in our new space, which is a wreck, and you're not gonna see it from here, but you're just gonna have to believe me. Um, so long time no floss tube. I told y'all that we were moving in July. So we've done some stuff. We've also done not a lot of stuff. Um, it's been a little hectic around here. Um, we are finally moved into our new place. We were kind of overlapped between the old place and the new place for a couple weeks, moving everything, cleaning the old place. Yeah, my hair is a wreck, but I was excited because I found my tripod so I could actually floss tube with you because, yeah. Let's reverse back here. Welcome if you are new to my channel. I'm the TallyStitcher. I'm in Tallahassee, Florida. My husband's also a cross stitcher, so you will see and project crafty person. So I show a lot of his stuff on here. He is actually stitching in the other room. We haven't really even been able to do that before, where we can like both exist in separate rooms and do different activities. Like I can watch Flosstube if he wants to be gaming somewhere else, or having two different audio streams. So we're having the glow up, y'all. Many glow ups. So and then welcome back if you've been here and you're following this journey. And I'm on Instagram as Lydia E. Malone. You can find the hashtag TallyStitcher or TallyStitcherDesigns, usually leads you my way. And then my husband is Metal X Stitch on Instagram. He'll post updates on his projects. We are both notorious serial starters. He is much better at finishing things than I am. But I'm having a good time. I have to check and see what number floss tube this is. It might be floss tube number 13. I should have done this on Friday the 13th. No, we don't have it. We don't have it together yet. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to show y'all some haul, some new starts, some whips. To be honest, our craft room is where most of the whips are. Still kind of packed away ish. Husband has been working on getting that organized so we can get in there and do stuff. But we didn't take any time off from work to move. And if you also follow me already on Flosstube, you will know that I started a new job this week. I was previously working in the museum field, and now I am taking a more education field based position. It's actually like still downtown, still it's like a building over from where I used to work. So I've been brand new employee for the last week. Got lots to learn. I'm excited about it. I will still do fun history facts of stuff. So don't worry if I don't start giving you little history facts on things. I will forever be a researcher, storyteller type of thing. But this was a good move for us in a new kind of direction. It's a lot of grants management type stuff, which is one skill set that I wanted to get into, but didn't really have the opportunity to do so where I was. So overall, it's going to be a good time. Yes, so I will try to not ramble too much, but I missed y'all. We also haven't been, we just set up the internet in the house this past week, so like we're starting to catch up on floss tubes and do all that, but we're still like running around doing stuff. Like today was my father-in-law's birthday, or we celebrated his birthday today, and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so when last we spoke, I think I introduced the Jolly July stitching I was doing. I at the time only had one Christmas type project. It's my oldest whip, and it is a Jim Shore design by Design Works. So this is probably officially called 12 days. All right, yeah. So this is my oldest whip. Also, forgive the lighting currently. It is like almost 9 o'clock, but I was really excited to show you guys. In the future, I have a beautiful window here now, so I imagine we're going to have some great natural light to show stuff instead of that weird window thing going on at the old place. We've got so much natural light in here. It's awesome. Anyway, so this is my oldest whip. I'm pretty sure it was acquired in 2016. So I worked on this probably like the first week of July, and then we were in full moving mode, and that's all it's off. But I still think I did a good amount of progress on it because I can pick out some of the things now. So I'm working all in his coat right now. Let's see if we can get the lighting to cooperate. Whoop. Maybe back here? I don't know. There we go. Okay. So what I started to do was I did decide to start backstitching some of the little birds and stuff so I could pick out their little forms, because it was becoming a colorful blob and I wanted to really enjoy them. So now we have a partridge in a pear tree and a turtle dove, mostly done, and that's one of the hens. The calling bird didn't get any backstitching yet, but that's also right there. You see the ring starting below the turtle doves. I don't know if I can get it to like shimmer. That was the first time I've used metallic thread. So I fell absolutely in love with it after I did the backstitching. Historically, I have not loved backstitching. I'm like, oh no, it looks fine, blah, blah, blah. But like, it really depends. And so like, once I started putting them in there, fell in love with it. But then, you know, we had to move, and now we had to move on. We got other stuff to do. We are already now into like the stitchy witchy season. Like, I know it's another 2 months of summer, and really it's Florida, so it's always summer. But everybody started showing off their Halloween stuff and their fall stuff, and we're like, oh my god. And yeah, so that was for Jolly July, the Design Works. And then for the rest of July, I don't think I stitched at all. Like, was exhausted forever. So didn't get back to stitching until probably August, which is fine. So because all of my stuff is packed, because I like to jump around and I can't remember even what I was working on. Oh, I think I did the little witches. I did the 3 Sanderson sisters very quickly in June for 3 little fast finishes. Yeah, so I don't really remember. Everything's a blur. It's totally fine. But I had acquired this, and I had shown y'all this, and I got this this kit from I think Mercari. I got this from, so used market. This is a Dimensions kit. The design is called Ling, and it's by Wendy Schuster. And I had told y'all that I was going to switch the fabric that she's on, so I did do that. I acquired a fiddler's cloth. This is originally supposed to be on a linen, like a 25 count linen, but you stitch it 2 over 2, so it would be like 12.5 count. So I went ahead and switched it to a 14 count fiddler's cloth to kind of give the same rustic effect. And I got a lot of stuff down here, y'all. We got the lots. And so I actually started stitching her. So she's a start. Oop, oop, oop. Let me see here what we got going on here. Ta-da! So there's some very light pink in here. You can you can see it better this way now. It's a little darker. So this is the very middle. It's a middle start on this 14 count fiddler's cloth. And as I was looking through the original chart instructions, what am I showing you? You guys can admire from this side. While I was looking through the original chart instructions, most of it was done in 3-strand because it was on such a larger count. So I'm not doing 3-strand. I have done 3-strand on 14 count before. My Buddha that I did for Stitch Asia has some, I think as much as like 5-strand. Not my super favorite. I'm not going to modify it that way. So I'm just doing everything 2/1 in this stitching, and I think it looks fine. I'll have tons of floss left over, or who knows. So I really like this, and I was like boogieing along on it, and I'll probably still keep boogieing along here. But I also kind of got the bug for another sweet and short quick finish. So I stitched on her for maybe a week or so. It's probably this. And this is like the middle of her kimono, kind of getting into her sleeve. And then this is the front of the kimono, and it trails out. So I'm really excited to work on this one because it's like gorgeous. And it was designed in, I guess released in 1989. So it's as old as I am, which is kind of fun. So there is Mei Ling. Start on that. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to stack stuff. We'll see how the pile gets. I'm also at our new dining room table. I used to film on the couch. We have a new couch, new to us couch, but there's no lighting over there. Well, there's actually an alt light because the husband will stitch over there, but that's not the kind of lighting you want for this. Okay, so the short thing. So because I started a new job, and my boss paraded me around and introduced me to everybody. And one of the other ladies there apparently is really into sewing, and so I was talking to her about cross stitching and sewing and crafting. And so I'm always like an office decorator. So like I have a cubicle now. It's probably the same amount of square footage as my old office, honestly. So I don't feel like I'm missing out. And so I have a lot of cubicle walls to cover in all of my photos and tchotchkes and stuff. So I was like, well, I want to cross stitch something for my office specifically. I know probably when Annie Pfeiffer gets done, I need to show you progress on her. I know when she gets done, I'll probably put her in the office. Maybe any of my architectural stuff. But for now, I was like on one of my little Facebook freebies, and this Teresa Kogut design popped up. I'm sorry I don't have the color printout, but the pattern is free. If you look for Teresa Kogut's Kindness is Free. And I was like, this would be so cute for my office. So I'm going to stitch it pretty close to this. I'm probably going to make this little pupper another cat to match my two kitties. And then I've switched out some of the called for floss. Originally, this was a mixture of a dark green and a slightly lighter green. It gives a beautiful like brocade look to it. I got adventurous and I swapped one of the greens for a variegated DMC that I've wanted to try for a while. So I will show you how that's working out. And then I also got another variegated for the birds, which I think are originally like brownish with like these dark wings. And they're going to be a creamy to red kind of mixture. So I'll show you that. I can actually show you the floss I'm talking about. So one of the greens that I swapped it for DMC 4514, which is this nice variegated purple to teal business. Purple and teal were my high school colors, so I'm always kind of drawn to them. And then for the bird, there's like legit like a needle in here. For the birds, I got 4516, which is a brown, cream, and red. I was thinking kind of like a cardinal feel. That's kind of how I picked this. And I've been wanting to try the DMC variegated anyway. And this is being stitched on a 14 count Aida in, I think, off-white. So this is my start that I started like a couple days ago of Kindness is Free. And if you see me on Instagram, you will see a better picture of this with the colors. So right now I'm just going to show y'all just what's going on. So we really can't film this late at night, y'all. I see how the colors are not showing up. But let's see if we can do some here. Ta-da! So her skirt is much longer, but you can see the variegation in like the pattern part. So in the diamond quatrefoil type thing would have been a lighter green on a darker green. It was nice and subtle. It was a very, very nice effect. I would like to try it something else, but I just got super ambitious. You know me, I can't stick to the called for colors. So This is really struggling now. Anyway, we'll get it together. Check out my Instagram for a better picture of this. Also, I will film during the day next time. So that's my little start on her. I worked on her today. I had to print out the pattern because my eyes were going crossed. Trying to look at it on my screen because it wouldn't load into Pattern Keeper correctly because I was going to try that. It was a whole thing. So I'm going to try to stitch her pretty quickly. I may, so I can get her done and just hang her up in my office. That way people know what I'm about. Because I've had, several years of my other job for people to know how weird I am. And this is like the new job, and so they need to also learn, but like I can't just unleash everything. I mean, I can, but I'm trying to mitigate the flood of me. Not by much, but yeah. So I did say I wanted to show you. So those were, I guess, I started with a whip, went to a new start. Let's go back to another whip. I've got haul to show y'all. There's stuff. There's stuff going on. And I didn't get organized at all. I just got super excited just to start because I found my tripod. But it's gonna be all right. So, because everything was packed away, we had, it's like I'm getting ready for school and I'm like, I'm not ready. I think that's everything now though. Okay. So, because everything was packed up, I pretty much only had access to 12 Days of Christmas and Annie Pfeiffer because it was in my project bag and I knew where that was at all times. So, for Annie Pfeiffer, it's been a sea of ecru, so it's been kind of like mind-numbing, but that's just how it is. This is I designed this, so if you check me on Etsy, it's TallyStitcherDesigns. I do a lot of Florida historic architecture as my designs, and this is the Annie Pfeiffer Chapel, which is on Florida Southern College campus. It was designed originally by Frank Lloyd Wright, as were about a dozen other buildings planned for that campus, 9 of which I believe were built. So this big wall of ecru is what I've been working on until like my eyes were like, oh my god, I'm so bored. And I'm like, I'm sorry, we have to get through. And I'm actually almost done with the ecru. There's a couple other small chunks and then it goes back into the shading. There is also a little bit of green in this for some foliage, and there is red because that was Mr. Wright's favorite accent color. I believe it was Cherokee red is what he called it. So she got some work on her. Let me see if I can get. And she's done on a 28 count even weave of unknown origin. I also got this from Mercari in a grab bag of fabrics. Someone else hand hemmed her. So so I worked on her a little bit because she was accessible. But it's good to work on those. I think last time I filmed, I asked y'all about another one of my patterns, about starting over again on a different count fabric, which is Bach Tower. And everybody was very supportive and was like, make sure you stitch what you like, switch if you want. So I will be restarting Bach Tower on probably 18 count, 16 or 18 count, something or other. Fabric, I know specialty fabric is still kind of like touch and go for ordering stuff. So I haven't even ordered anything yet, but I think I have some identified from like, everything cross stitch or winter 3 cross stitch or something. So I have something in the works that I will pick soon-ish. But we got distracted by other things. So I believe that's all the stitching that I have done. Husband has been working on a couple different things. I have one of them here, and then he's actually actively stitching on the other one. So this is something I'm gonna have to. I'll link everything down below in the description box of stuff that I'm working on, he's working on, and this is gonna look like a blob because it is a blob. But this is a huge blob. Well, it will be. It's already a huge blob. Anyway, I'm just gonna hold up the fabric. Obviously, this is folded a lot. This is a huge project, and this is a heaven and earth design that he has been meaning to start for a while, and so he has started it, and this is his progress. It's a red blob. So this is a Heaven Earth design. It is called Soft as Steel. I'm not sure of the artist. I will have it in the description box below when I upload this. It's stitched on a 25 count easy guide type situation, and it is huge. Obviously it's going to be a multi-year project for him. Soft as Steel is kind of like whenever you think of 1980s like fantasy action book covers, that's what this is. So he's been acquiring the floss for a while, and then the fabric finally arrived, and so he got to start. So he puts in like, I think his rule is he puts in like 500 stitches in this, and then he can stitch a little bit on something smaller, and then he comes back and does this. So I think honestly all of this is $349 just now. Like this is all just DMC $349, and he's not done yet. So that's what I got to show you. I don't think he's done a little bit of knitting, but not a ton. Again, we've both been moving and working, and he's still working 6 days a week. So yeah, he actually just got his computer desk. Computer desk has been set up, but he just got his computer set up after being off for like a month, since we have the internet now. So we're working on it. Things are getting set up in the new place. We're working on it. So that's his stitching that I can show you. Now, I think everything else is going to be haul, because we have done some. Like I said, we got excited about fall projects, Halloween projects, just kind of getting in the witchy stitchy mood still. We visited our local LNS, which is Cindy's Needlework Cottage. You can find her on Facebook and Instagram. Cutest little LNS. I'm so glad we got to go see it with the garden all in bloom, because last time we went, I think everything was still kind of funky, you know, leftover winter stuff, because we haven't been there in a couple months. But everything's all blooming now, and it's this beautiful garden, and I love it. And I would sit in it, but also we're in Florida, so you'll be et alive by mosquitoes if you were to do that. So you have to like run, appreciate the like looking, and then you run. So we went to go see her a couple weeks ago. She had ordered for me a mirabilia that I think I talked to you guys about, and that is Ophelia, whom I fell absolutely in love with as soon as I saw her. I will not do it on this fabric color though. I tend to not love the fabric choices the first time around. I understand it, you know, she's supposed to be in water, but I don't like it. What I'm probably gonna pick is something more blue green rather than poop green. So I think all I got for her was just the beads, because Cindy already had this stuff pulled out for me, but I'm not going to start her for a little bit. But I wanted it. So she was acquired. And I'm excited because she's beautiful. And then we're hunting around, looking at stuff, noodling around, and I'm looking at like some stuff. I forget. Oh, so I also, when I was there, I was able to kit up everything but the fabric for my first Halloween stitch, which is going to be Sleepy Hollow by the Cricket Collection. I've got all of the called for thread, and I'm behaving and using all the called for thread. I think I actually found she had all of it, so I've got all of that. And then I ordered the fabric from, ooh, I'm not going to say it right, Garibaldi's Needlework, maybe, on Etsy. I think they have an actual website, but I ordered that like August 1st, so it's still being dyed and hopefully will be here soon. And it's like I think I ordered the Wedgwood blue, so kind of, because that's originally stitched on a 30 count R&R, Java Moon blue, and that's not, I'm not looking for that. Oops, sorry, there's a kitty down here and I just poked him in the eye. So waiting for the fabric on that. Hopefully it'll be here so I can start stitching. I think I'll probably start that one on October 1st because I know I have a September start planned for something else, something that I already have a fair amount of the kit. I have the fabric for it, I have the pattern and stuff. So maybe in October 1st, and then any other Halloween-y stuff we end up acquiring. Because I do want to start like a Haunted Mansion of some sort. The Haunted Mansion is my favorite Disney ride. It has been like my whole life. Except for when I was really little, Disney World had a ride called Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and that was my favorite ride. It became the Toy Story ride. Anyway, but Haunted Mansion has been my favorite ride. So there's several patterns online that I've been eyeballing. If you're familiar with the Disney ride, there's the elevator that you're on and you see the portrait start stretching. So I've been eyeballing the stretching portraits. There's one that has the madam, whose name I can't recall, the clairvoyant with her little crystal ball. There's a couple versions of that. And then there's actually one that's just like the mansion. And you know, I love architecture. So I was like, so I'll probably want all of them, but I'm like, okay, which one do I want to start this year though? Haven't decided yet. That's okay. So I'm looking at stuff, and I think I was looking at the Cricut collection again, or something. I was on Etsy again, looking at that shop, and this popped up in the search find, another Cricut collection, and this is called The Skeleton Crew. And my husband saw it and he's like, oh my god, I have to have it. And I was like, all right, I'll get it for you for your birthday. So that went in the cart. He loves all sorts of nautical things. So he loves boats and pirates and stuff like that. Maps, all of it. So I got that for him. Don't know when he's gonna start stitching it, but we got that. It's cute. It says 16 men on a dead man's ship, and I tried to count to see if I could see like 16 little faces, and I haven't yet. So maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I counted the bird and the pumpkin as faces, but then I have like little fish. I don't know. It's cute. So he'll probably start that in October. Maybe. I don't know. He starts things when he wants to. And then we also saw this. I was trying to get the cart up to like whatever it is to get free shipping. So we also saw this. This is Mr. and Mrs. Delicious by Lindy Stitches. It's 2 turkeys. And my husband saw this and he's like, oh my god, I actually really like that. So we'll stitch one, and I'll stitch one and he'll stitch the other. Haven't decided which is which. But it's got 2 little turkeys. They're actually pretty small. They're like 5 by 5. They are not large sizes. So Mr. Delicious has like a pilgrim's hat on, and Mrs. Delicious has like a little bonnet, like a little thing. So we'll see who stitches what, or when we'll start these. But those came in that haul. And then I hadn't had anything by Blackbird, but I feel like everybody started pulling out Blackbird stuff because of one of their designers passing. So when this popped up, it kind of fits into our style. We're really picky about our samplers and stuff, but this is Pleasure of the Fleeting Year, Loose Feathers series for the birds, number 6 by Blackbird Design. I really like it because it has the architecture. It's kind of Christmassy a little bit, but it has a peacock. We have like a weird peacock thing in the house. Like my husband works on a peacock. I have a follow-up peacock. So I grabbed it for that. And then that way I can say I've stitched a Blackbird, kind of paying my dues. And even though like blueberries don't really grow in winter, there's definitely like snow on the ground in this. So I'll probably start that in winter. And speaking of winter, I mentioned earlier that the 12 Days of Christmas was really the only Christmas pattern I had at the time. That has since changed because this also popped up, and now I guess I'm just collecting one of every major designer, which is what we've talked about doing anyway. And so this is my first Barbara Anna design, called Christmas is Coming. And gotta orient it so you can see him. It is Santa Claus coming on a snail, pulling a house. I love it. I love it so much. I like a whimsy. I like a whimsical. So he's got like little, it's got stars, it's got the snail, he's got two little buggies, and the back buggy has like little elves in it. And then he's holding like a holly branch or something. Love it. I love it. I keep tilting it so where you guys can see it. And I'll show you what I'm going to stitch this on as I turn over to, just put a pin in that. I will show you what I'm going to stitch that on. My husband also just had another acquisition because we had to, when I wanted to start working on Kindness is Free, we went to Michael's. Of course, we got coupons, and they had another dimensions kit my husband is thinking about doing. So he got, and he did put like a stitch in this, but I'm not going to pull it out. But I will show you the pattern. He got this Japanese garden. Sorry for the glare, y'all. He got this Japanese garden by Dimensions Gold Collection. This is his third pattern with Sakura blossoms. He pointed out to me. He likes them. He's got a Thea Governor with Sakura blossoms, and then like this big, huge kit from like the ethers of the internet. But he's put like 2 strands in this and then put it away. But it's very pretty. Yeah. And whenever you can use a 50% off coupon or whatever, use it. So, those were all our acquisitions. Because I left my old job, I had, people were saying goodbye and stuff. We didn't have a going away party or anything. Like my boss brought in donuts, but we didn't like all gather around because, we're still in a pandemic. So we all had donuts sporadically throughout the day. But as I was leaving, one of the curators gave me something from her stash. I didn't even know that she stitched, but this is awesome. So she gave me a pattern or a kit and some fabric. So I'll show you the fabric first because this is the fabric that I'll stitch the snail on. This is a 32 count Belfast, just a raw linen. It's the same one that my husband did the red chip of life on, and I'm gonna put Santa snail on that because perfect. Look at that. Ta-da! Or at least on some of it, because this is also not a huge design. This is kind of like 7 by 4 inches, so it's not huge, and this is a 18 by 27 counts. I'll just start in the corner for this design, leave enough room to do whatever. Not that we finish the thing around here, but if I was gonna finish it, and then I'll use the rest for something else. Maybe another Barbara Anna design if I find another one I like. So thanks to Michelle for this. And then she also gave me a Dimensions kit. This is the Gold Collection Petite. So this is the first Petite we have, I think. Yeah, I don't think we have other Petites. And this is called Beautiful Bird. See what I mean about the peacocks, y'all? Look at that peacock. So this is beautiful, and it's going to be like the size of a postcard. I guess that's the petite part. So the full kit that she gave me, very nice. Once I get it stitched, I'll probably put it up in my office because work related, I guess. And I think you stitch the whole frame and the Greek key and stuff. The fabric they show looks like it's dyed, but that's not how it is on the fabric. So I don't even know if you stitch some of that shading in there. We'll find out. So thanks again to Michelle for those parting gifts. I am within walking distance of my old job, so I can go see them and visit if I want. Okay. So we're at 34 minutes. Hey, that's a good Flosstube episode right there. I guess I kind of planned with you as I went, planned some starts. like, what are we in? We're in August. So I've got the new job. New job already has like a conference at the end of the month, at the beginning of next month. And then my mom might visit. And so I told you I'd have a September start. So I'm going to have one of those. So hopefully we'll have the house more figured out a little bit. So that way we can get to the starts we want to start. And then, yeah, so count on a September start, an October start, hopefully a quick finish with the Kindness is Free. Right now I'm still really liking Ling, the geisha kit that I put on a different fabric. But of course, as I was deleting photos in my phone to make room to film a video, I'm like, oh my God. And I kept like seeing other things I've worked on. So like the Modern Folk Embroidery Sal that I haven't worked on. Fruit of Plenty, haven't worked on that in ages. And I'm like, I love it so much. And it's got like fall colors. So I'm pretty sure it's going to make its way out. So I'm watching one of my cats jump over the obstacle course that is our living room. What else? Oh, so I had something in my mind. In the shop, I did upload the Heidi Motel. So back in May, I very quickly stitched the model of the Heidi Motel, which is like a windmill hotel in Helen, Georgia. It had an exclusive debut in my friend's shop up there, the Mason Jar shop. So you can order it from their website if you wanted, or you can order it directly from me on Etsy on my store. It went live a couple days ago. Yeah, so it's not a Florida architecture. It's Georgia, and it's a little, it's kind of, I designed it to be more geared towards new cross stitchers. It's still probably a little more complicated than like the random tourist, but yeah, so it's available in my shop at TallyStitcherDesigns at Etsy, or you can still get it through the Mason Jar. Oh my God, it's late, y'all. Mason Jar shop. If you are, for whatever reason, worried about me getting the compensation, I can compensate it either way for the design. So you can support me specifically, or you can also support another small business by buying it through my friend at the Mason Jar shop. And if you're near Helen, Georgia, go ahead and visit them. It's a super cute shop. I believe they also have a location in Clarksville, Georgia, which I don't know where that is. Somewhere nearish by, I guess. I haven't been to either. But yeah, so that went live. I don't have any new designs currently working. I started noodling around with something a couple months ago, but I just haven't had the brain, the time, anything like that to keep working on anything new or pick something new to work on. I think I said I was going to do like Dodd Hall next, which is the old library on Florida State University's campus. It's kind of like that neo-Gothic sort of thing. Maybe. We'll see. All right. So now that I found my tripod and we've moved and we've been like stitching, hopefully we'll get back to Flosstube episodes every like 2 weeks or so. Any sort of regularity or whatever. So you can keep up on random projects, or I guess progress on projects on my Instagram if you like, or pop back in here in a couple weeks and see if I've managed to not lose my tripod again. So have a happy stitching week. Stay hydrated because it's hot. If you're in one of the areas of the country where it is on fire, I am so sorry, and I'm praying for you and everybody around you. We have a tropical storm coming our way. I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but they did cancel school tomorrow, so just prayers for everybody. Just everybody. Yeah, so I will see you hopefully in a fortnight. Hopefully I'll get rid of this. This needs to be recycled. It's the box that our table came in. And now I have a corner to start putting stuff up. We'll see. Maybe this will be the cross stitch corner. That would be nice. Everybody else has their little floss tubes in front of all of their like finished pieces. So that means that I have to actually finish something to put it up there. Finish it and not give it away. because I have finished things and then I give them away, which is very ADHD of me. Anyway, have a good one, and I will see you when I see you. Bye. Thanks.